Give me probably 10 minutes to do. What a nightmare. Honestly, guys. Just haven't been having the most fun time. I don't know if it's internet connection and then my computer starts playing up and it's like, really? Honestly. But I'm back. It's quite funny. Hi Jess. I'm back. You can find me on Facebook under this page. I do have 2 pages, guys. But I do have 2 pages, but Suzi Parrett is my spiritual page. So if you see another page of Suzi Ann Parrett, don't bother with that. It's Suzi Parrett. Just to let you know. So yeah, I managed to get back on. I don't know what was going on. It was all going on. And I said to Michael, help! He said, stay calm, you'll get back on. So I did. And it's better. So I got Michael to sort it out. Michael's my go-to man. If I have problems with anything, it's like, Michael, could you sort me out, please? And he does it. I hear him. And he tells me what to do, and he tells me whether to keep going at it or not. If he'd have told me come off it, I would not have bothered. So he was like, keep going, keep going. So we got there in the end, guys, but what a nightmare. It's just the way some things go. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, guys, you can find me at SUZIPARRETT, Suzi Parrett, on Facebook. And that's my spiritual page. There's no funny business. Like I say, I have another page, but Facebook usually blocks my pages sometimes, so that's why I have 2. But that's more my spiritual page. So if anyone wants to connect with me for anything, any questions, any help, or a mini reading, yeah, connect with me, and I'll be more than privileged and pleasured to give you one. My private readings are an hour, guys. You know, they are. There's usually a lot of information, and that also gives time if, like I say, spirit want to come through. People that are connected to you want to come and talk, I can do that. Like I say, I had a lady in up in Oxfordshire a couple of weeks ago. I had her nan the whole hour. So, you know, but I had a lady recently who's in London and nobody came through, so I don't know what I get. So I can't guarantee that the certain person you want to speak to will come through. I have to make that clear. I only get what I get, you know. I don't make it up. You know, I can't make it up. If I'm not hearing it, I'm not getting that, I don't fill in. Sometimes it, you know, it can run dry, the energy, and I don't say anything. I'm not one of them. I don't fill in. But you'll always get your hour. Michael's saying, let them know they'll always get their hour. But yeah, I love it because I never know what I'm going to get. But I hope that helped Natalie, who was on earlier, asking about what way forward she was going to go with her mum's passing, because, you know, she does need to realise that, you know, there is no death. And they just, you know, go back to the heaven plane, which is where we go once we finish. Once we've had enough, you know, ourselves, the body has enough, and we go home, go back to the heaven dimension, you know. Just as long as everyone knows that there is no death, you know, we are kind of, when people pass on this plane, we are kind of made to feel like, you know, it's the end of the world. That person's passed, it's all doom and gloom. No. They've just, their bodies just died. That's it. They're not. They're still alive. Their spirit, you know, never just can. You know, it lives on, as it were. And that's that. That's how it all works, guys. That's how it all works. There's a lady here. Please, I have a real problem with pronouncing names. I don't know. It's spelled Mahalia, Blake. It feels like you're desperate to move. Would I be right in saying that? It feels like there's a real desperation for you. It feels like space is quite an issue for you as well. It feels like you want more space. And it kind of feels like you're getting really frustrated with the fact that you're not either finding the house that you want, or it feels like there's been a block with the reason why you couldn't move. It doesn't feel financial. It feels like you haven't found the right place in a way. But I think the problem's being is the house that's going to be yours hasn't come up for rent or come on the market just yet. But know that it will do. And it feels like you're going to be in either towards the end of the year or beginning of next year, I'm hearing. That you are moving, and I feel that you feel like you need to hear that, because it feels like you feel like in your head you're not, freaking hell, when am I going to move? Am I ever going to move? That's how you feel. Spirit are just saying, no, you are going to move, but it's just not when you want it. You know, you want it now. And it kind of, it might be, to just know that it's going to happen, but it might be a bit longer than you think. But know that they're telling me, know that because they're showing me the cogs of time, like the divine timing. No, I can't. I honestly don't know how to say your name. Isn't that bad? I can't even. Makila. I'm hearing I don't know. I heard it then. The angel said it to me, but I can't get it. Just know that it's going to happen. You know, just have it. That the energies will flow, I'm hearing, and just keep your thoughts high about it, you know. But no, it's the cogs are turning. But it just feels the frustration for you that you haven't moved yet, but know that you will. But be aware that I always say this: frustration can help block things. So try and keep your. I'm being reminded to tell you to keep your mind, your thoughts high, that you're moving, you know, so it doesn't block it and take it longer, as I'm hearing. But know that it's going to happen. This is what I'm hearing for you, but it feels like more towards the end of the year, or maybe beginning or just into next year. And they're showing, I love it when they do this, because they go like this, and that means it'll all fall into place, and know that it will. You know, you seem to be getting a bit frustrated by the whole thing, but just know that it will come. It just feels like, yeah, that it feels like that the place that you're going to live in is either not come up, or it's, yeah, kind of feels like it's not on the market yet. That's how it feels. Oh. You know, this whole thing, it's really shitty, Georgia Rose. This whole thing is really shitty with losing a child. I've lost two, and it's really hard because, you know, it's just the most horrible experience, and I think that goes for the fact that, you know, if you've gone full term, if you've miscarried, it's just a real shitty experience. And, you know, like I say, this has happened to me twice. I have two boys in the afterlife, in the heaven planes, with my nan. My nan always brings my boys in, which is amazing. But it's a real horrible experience. And I think, you know, even though we know, like I say, there is no death, it is so heavy on your heart. It's so hurting. It really, really is. I mean, I personally haven't had the privilege of now having any more children because of what happened to me. I can't have any more. Okay, dealt with it. Let's move on. But for you, I just, you know, it is another experience, but it's still a shitty experience. There's no other way I can say that to you. It's horrendous. And I think until you've been through that, you don't get it. You know what I mean? The loss of a child is just horrendous. And my grandmother, she lost three of her kids before she passed. And I don't think it matters what age that happens to you. It's not a nice experience. It's horrible. It's one of the worst. Know, Georgia, that your baby, believe it or not, as the soul that your baby is and was, had agreed to that. And you had as well before you came on this heaven plane. it's within your life plan, so it is something that you would have agreed to as a soul before you came on this plane. The other thing I want to bring up to you is the fact that your souls that you lose, as in regards to the loss of a child, can always come back to you reincarnate as a physical soul. So if you then have another child, it's highly possible that that soul that you lost at this time will then come back into the physical, I'm hearing. That is highly possible, guys. And I like I say, I've known it happen to quite a few people that I know on a personal level. But it's still an awful experience. And physically, it takes time to get over. It takes time to mend your heart. And you know, I can't, that's all I can say. It's just not the best experience. It's horrible. It's the worst. It's just, you know, I know how it was for me, my nan. It must be horrendous for you. But just I'm hearing that when you have another child, it's highly likely that that soul's going to come in as a physical living child. That's how it feels, and that's what I'm hearing. So it's I get you, Michael, it's highly probable that that child's going to come into the physical. And you're going to, because it feels like, are you questioning you now having children? Because it feels like you blamed yourself. It feels like you're kind of blaming you for what happened, and it's Spirit is saying to me, this was an experience you agreed to, however shitty it was, when you came in on this plane as a soul. And that's where I'm at with that. So no, look at this as an experience, and look at it that it feels that this child will come back to you, but as a physical child. And I'm hearing, don't blame you. It was nothing that you did, because I feel like you've been saying, you know, I could have done this, I could have done that. No, it was kind of written in the stars that this experience was going to happen, I'm hearing, and that you need to, you know, drop the guilt with it, because it wasn't actually anything you did. It was kind of, you'd agreed to it, like I said, in your life plan before you got here. You know, and that's where I'm at with that. So no, I mean, something around you for children? This is where I'm at with this. This is exactly where I'm at, and it feels like, you know, you shouldn't give up. If you do want to have a child, you know, in the physical, then keep going, and don't think that it will happen again. But just know the soul that you kind of will have is the one that you lost. Is where I'm at with that. That's what they're saying. So how you want to interpret what I'm saying and how you feel about that, Spirit is sharing with me. You need to go away. You need to heal, a bit more healing, and know that this was an experience. And okay, I'm hearing you need to digest what I've said. You need to digest what I've said. And you see, this is it. Will my next pregnancy be fine? Just know this is an experience. You know, you've had this experience, and I feel that, like I keep saying, they're sharing with me the soul that you're going to have in the physical is going to be the soul you lost. Okay? So just because you've had this experience, that's what I said before you put this, don't think that your next experience is going to be like this one. Okay? And like I say, it's one of the worst experiences to have. My heart bleeds for you. I'm so sorry for that. I really, really am. It's really shitty. And that's what Spirit have to say about that. I hope it helps. I really feel you need to go and digest what I've said. And I hope this helps. But give yourself a bit of a moment to just digest what I've said, and to know that you do need to look at it. It was an experience, you know. I have so many what ifs and whys. Yeah, this is what I just said to you, you know. because you're trying to think that you could have done something better. You could have done this, you could have done that. This is what I'm saying to you. You just need to know that it was an experience you agreed to before you came on this plane. And that's what you have to realise, is what Spirit is saying to me. Know that you will have physical children is the other thing I'm hearing. So I hope this really helps you, and I hope that you can, digest what I've said, and it'll help with the healing process for you, because, that's, even though it's the most crappy experience, that's the basics of it. Like I say, I've been there myself, so I actually know, how it feels, So I hope that helps you. I really, really do hope that helps you. But like I say, guys, I can't get to all of you today because I'm running out of time as it is. But I hope I've really helped the ones that I could help. I'll probably go on a little bit longer. I'm sure the lady that runs the page wouldn't mind that. But I'll just hope that that's helped you. Bless you. And I will move on as I can. Soul contracts are very real. Of course they are. Of course they are. We all agree to what we experience on this plane before we come here. That's with the angels. And we are born into the families that we're born into, to help service on our soul's path, and we have the experience that all help us evolve and serve with our soul's growth. But people don't see that, because something like that happens. It's the most shittiest experience. Like I say, I've had it twice, and it's horrendous. And it's very hard to get over. It takes time. You have to heal, however hard, it is bloody hard. And you can say, yeah, but I agreed to it before I came. But then living it, it's a different reality. You know what I'm saying? It's shitty. So yeah, soul contracts are a very real thing. A very, very real thing. Right, I'm trying to come down. I'm trying to find... Hi, Jess. I feel, Jess, do you work with Michael already? It feels like you already have him around you. Most people that work... Oh, bless you. You will, Georgia. Just know you will have little ones earthside. You will, honestly, in the physical. Just know that, sweetheart. Just know that, okay? It is so horrible. I know, darling. I know. It feels like you're already working with Michael, Jess. It feels like he's around you. Michael is probably one of the nearest to Earth, as archangels go. He's the protector of the Earth. I mean, obviously, there's loads of archangels. I mean, absolutely beyond millions of them. But he's the one that we mostly hear. Because he's, well, like I say, the protector of us, protector of the earth. But he's the one. If you're hearing the archangels, he's the one that you probably first hear. He's actually. I realised this week that I've been hearing angels all my life, but didn't kind of realise it. But there you go. But I kind of feel like Michael's around you anyway. I want to ask you, do you realise that it feels like he's been trying to communicate with you through pictures as well. I'd like to know if you're seeing, or if you're having blue orbs around you in your pictures, I'm hearing. But you need to know that's Michael or a turquoise. But that can be Haniel as well. But fifth dimensional Michael is more turquoise, and this is straight from his lips. But I really feel like he's already working with you, and guiding you forward. He's a big stickler, Jess, for unemployed guardian angels, and this is where he's coming in on, and this is for everyone. If you're not working with your guardian angels, guys, come on. They're there in the wings of your lives just waiting. And this is Michael, because I call him Mr. Bossy, because he's bossy, all right. But he hates, and that's the word I will use, he cannot stand unemployed guardian angels. So if you guys out there are listening, haven't invoked them yet, do it, because once you have your guardian angels working for you, your life is so simple. You just give your woes and worries to the guardian angels, and well, I give mine to Michael and Daniel, my guardian angel. But I feel like, yeah, you're already working. He's trying to communicate with you, Jess. So it'd be interesting to see if what I can, if you say anything back to what I was saying then, because I really feel like he is already coming in and wanting to connect with you, and you might not be seeing the signs I'm hearing. But guys, listen. If anyone does want to connect with me for a private reading, like I say, I can't always guarantee that your loved ones might come through, but I can give you a full-on private reading, which is usually spot on, is what I get back for my feedback. But you can get me at SUZI PARRETT on Facebook. Oh, I just feel a lot of love there, Nicole. It feels like I see this massive heart. I see this huge, massive heart. Like it's massive. It's like 3D, and I've got all like, like the emojis, and you get all these little hearts coming off. That's what I'm getting for you. Like so much love between you and for you. It feels like you have quite a lot of people in spirit, Nicole, actually. Feels like you have quite a lot of pit souls that are on your side. It feels like you come with a bit of an army in the afterlife. But I just see all this. I feel like all this love for you. There feels so much love towards you. You're such a lovely soul. That's what she used to do, is it? Oh, that's brilliant. I got her energy then. That was it. But I'm just seeing all these hearts. It's just amazing. And I actually don't have her here, but this is what spirit are giving me to give to you. It's like all these hearts to you. But it does feel like you come with that army though. Yeah. This is what I mean. It really, really does feel like you come with an army on the other side, but there's just so much love for you, Nicole. So much love. And it's not just from Pat, it's from so many people. It feels like you're such a beautiful soul. You're so giving and warm. There's such a warmness about you, but it's just I could just see all these like 3D hearts. It's absolutely amazing. And there's just so much love for you. Know she's in the light. Pat's in the light. She's more than made it over, and know that. It was hard for her to go, I'm hearing, Nicole, though. Very hard for her to go. It's like she didn't feel she was ready to leave this plane. It kind of feels... Oh my God, really? Well, there you go. But it feels like she wasn't ready to leave this plane. It really does. It feels like she wanted to stay. But she couldn't. It was her time to go, which is really, there again, not a nice experience. When you feel your soul feels it hasn't had its full time and its full potential, that's like really, it's sad. And I feel she left you, Nicole, with a heavy, heavy heart, a real heavy heart to go, because you had that special connection and that bond. And it feels like, I mean, obviously, I suppose if you're in Canada, in the UK, and she was here, you might not have been spending all that much physical time together, but you were so connected, and it definitely feels like you had known her in a past life connection. You really were cemented, and it feels like a soulmate connection. It really, really does, like a soulmate connection, even if it's like a friend thing or a partner thing. You were so connected. True. Okay, that's good. I was supposed to be with her and COVID stopped me from going. It's so rubbish, isn't it? But all I'm hearing, Nicole, know that she's in the light, and know that she didn't want to go. She didn't want to leave you. I know that much. Spirit are telling me that, but I don't actually have her energy here. But this is what I'm getting from Spirit. to know that you were like soulmates and very connected. And it does feel like you definitely knew each other in a past life connection. You know, you really, there was a recognition when you met each other, you clicked, and that was that, you know. I really feel like, it really feels like that for me, Nicole. And I just see the love that she had for you. It was an endless, and it feels like, I know this sounds silly, but it kind of feels like it was a one-time love. Do you know what I mean? You were just so into each other. It's so lovely. So lovely. Oh gosh. Bless her. But you know she's still alive. You know she's still alive. Wow. Wow. That's amazing. But that's the reason I feel that's why the reason she was in this life, to save your life. And once her job was done, she probably stayed longer than she was meant to. So just ask him, Jess. If he's been slacking, he's been very busy at the moment. But I feel like you're missing the signs, he was saying. So I really hope that helped, Nicole. Yes, I know that. I know that. I know that. And that's what I'm saying, Nicole. It was an unconditional love. It was, but there's this whole, for me, like past life recognition between you, soulmate connection, and just an amazing connection you had between you. Just amazing. Absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely. But guys, if you do want a reading, you can catch me, like I say, at SUZI PARRETT. I'm taking the mick because I am on longer than I should be, although I don't think there's anyone on after me. But I'll be back this time so much. Oh, Nicole, honestly, I really hope that's helped, because although I didn't get her energy, I just got all this I did get her energy, but not, it's such a weird thing when you're a psychic, because I see spirit as I see a physical person. I got her energy, but she wasn't here. And I got a message to you, but it was more through spirit, through Michael. But just to let you know, there's that love, darling, that bond you have, you know, that bond you have will never, I hear, never cease. You know, she just adored you. Oh, I know, loved you totally. But I think, guys, I can't take the mick any further. I am about 10 minutes over my time. I will be back next week. And like I say, if you want to get me, you know, you can get me on Facebook. I'm glad it was perfect for you, Nicole, you know, and I hope it's really helped lift your heart, because it's been so heavy over her passing for a long time, Nicole. I know that. So I hope it lifts you, and in that, knowing that my show was all about there is no death today. You know, I come on here, I don't always know what I'm going to talk about, but that's what my show's been about really today. There is no death. So, you know, I hope that helps. Sorry, guys, that my first half of the show, goodness me, don't know what was going on with that, but I got back on for about half an hour. But I'll be back next week. But lots of love. I've got to now go and do some more work, spiritual work. So I love you guys, okay? Thank you for joining me. Much love. And I'll see you next week. I'll be here, and hopefully I won't have such an issue with my internet. Take care, guys. Bye. Bye.